Hey Guys, Is This Anything is a comedy podcast that slams bits, barks, and improv together like particles in the Large Hadron Collider. This show may contain strong language and mature themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys! Welcome to Hey Guys, Is This Anything? The show where we live, laugh, and love the intricacies of comedy. My name is Kez.
I'm Dingy.
Are you? Have we
think
had
so.
enough plot to establish that?
I don't think either of us really introduced ourselves. You started to on last episode, just a little bit, and then I walked all over you.
No, you would never. Like, I enjoy an air of mystery when it comes to this show, but also
Are we in the mystery era?
we're in our people don't know anything about us era, except for those who are listening probably do actually know quite a bit about us.
Because they're our friends and the only people that'll listen right now.
Because the only people who will listen in this current time frame. Let me ask you, how did we feel about that intro? Did we hate it? It's okay if we hated it.
I didn't hate it.
All right, so you hate it. Very cool.
Okay. Great. Yeah. You saw right through that, huh?
No, it's fine.
I didn't think it was it was kind of what I was wanting the intro to be. But then I realized what I want is not necessarily good. You know?
It's exactly what I wanted, but it sucked.
It's like kind of what I imagined the intro could be. Like I like the going like the I'm Kez and then I say I'm Dingy. And you're watching
like
the Disney Channel
where we say our names, but
Well,
you
just
hate the part before it, which is literally everything else.
to say I imagined it would be something along those lines.
That's super fair.
But
Listen.
and yet when I heard it, it just didn't hit the way I wanted it to.
It didn't feel, and trust me, I'm in the same boat. I said it and I'm like, this actually is not anything, which is, hey, it hits the notes of what is this show even about? Is this anything? And we discovered that something wasn't anything. So I chalk it up to a win. However, we still don't have an intro. So I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be a cool little, get together, have a good time, have some goofs and gaffs. If we try to establish, what does our perfect intro sound like?
Are we gonna have an intro song?
We probably should.
Or maybe just like
sense.
some fade in from a sick track that's playing?
Yeah, I could literally just make something.
Okay.
That's just something I have the ability to do.
I guess that is true. You do kind of do that.
That's
you kind of do the whole music thing.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll make something for this episode. You'll hear it when it's in there and done. And then next episode, you can give me your feelings on it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I like that.
And
Let's
then
do
eventually we'll land on something that we like. What are you thinking for this intro? If you're so hypercritical of the art that I make, so much that you attacked me over my beautiful intro, I want to hear what you have.
Yeah. So I'm thinking intro song, cool stuff,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
really plays us up, really makes us seem like we're cool. And then I like the hey guys, because I think last episode that was a key bit that made me laugh very hard, where the episode starts with hey guys. I did jot an idea down in the doc, which I noticed you're not in again, so I don't know what's going on there.
Listen, you can't do this to me every time. You can't expose me for not being in the doc.
I don't know. This is the second episode, first actual, numerically
well.
number one. But okay, now hold on. Do you want to talk about it?
Okay, I'm here. Oh, you've got like notes?
Isn't that why we have the doc? Wait, which one are you looking at?
Oh shit, am I looking at the wrong? Oh fuck me, I'm in the wrong doc. It's fine. It's fine. Leave me alone.
I did do notes on that one though to kind of take our thoughts and unfuck the doc.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty rough. Oh, here it is. Oh, gross. What is this picture?
Well, I felt bad that you had a picture of you all stretched out. So I put a picture of me all stretched out. And in mine, I'm eating beans.
It's pretty rough.
It is pretty rough.
I see.
Do you see what I was getting at with those messages I sent you multiple
at.
times last week?
I need you to stop exposing me for the fact that sometimes I partake in recreational activities.
Sports.
Recreational sports. Because I'm definitely doing sports that get me altitude. And I forget.
Big soccer person over here.
Big sock guy over here.
Big sock guy.
Big sock guy. I should have read the doc before. That's my fatal mistake because now I've read all of your fucking ideas. Okay.
This is just for this week. If one really sticks out to you, you can choose
They're
some.
all
But hold on,
funny.
let's get back to it.
Yes, that's why I have to stop.
We completely abandoned the topic we were just talking about.
I know. This is going well. This is going well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, intro. Cool music. And then, do you just want to read off the thing I have written there?
I'm Kez.
I'm Dingy. Why don't shoes have slots for coins? Is that anything? Welcome back to Hey Guys, Is This Anything?
I love that. Really upset with myself for not looking at the doc literally more than like 5 minutes ago. Because damn, that would have been a really clean intro. But you know,
here's the thing though, and this might kind of just derail the whole thing that we're doing right now. I'm not committed to that at all. I actually think it could be better.
You think it could be better?
Yeah, because that one's just kind of like, honestly, I was thinking of like, I'm Kaylee, I'm Hannah, and you're watching the Disney Channel sort of thing.
Okay.
Which honestly, maybe at some point we can get together, do a video intro where we draw something similar to the Disney logo. And then do that sort of like, intro. I think that'd be pretty good.
I still really like this. I love the one thing that we do that changes every episode, but the core of the intro stays the same.
Swap out the why don't shoes have slots for coins.
Just swap out the bit. You just swap out
the bit.
Whatever your brain thought of that week. I dig that. And then we can alternate who picks it every episode. Swap a whole bit, baby.
If you want to do that one, we can do that one.
I'm down for that.
Should we get a clean one from the top then?
Yeah. We're totally not going to use anything before this.
No. It's going to get cut out. Right, Kez?
We're 100% starting right now. All right. 1, 3. Shit.
How did you manage that? Was it the bird?
I'm gonna be so real. I can't blame the bird this time. That was just straight up my brain wanting to go from 1 to 3, but also changing my mind immediately after saying 1 and then wanting to do 3 to 1 and then just getting lost in that process. All right. 3, 2, 1, clap. I'm Kez.
And I'm Dingy. Are you doing the bit this time? It's okay. Let's take that one from the top again. I guess I'll do it this time because I wrote it.
You did, and you did it last time, so I was expecting it. But that's
okay.
Okay. 3, 2, clap. I'm Kez.
And I'm Dingy. Why don't shoes have slots for coins? Is that anything? Welcome back to Hey Guys, Is This Anything?
Hell
and then the music kind of continues.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Like has a little bit of a rise and then comes back down, and then hey, we're here. This is a show.
Brand new day. New Kez, new me. New
Yeah.
podcast, new dinghy.
New day, new.
Yeah. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah. They're going to be so sick of hearing my name. Anyway, I'm Kez. I like to think that I'm funny. I do a lot of different things. You can catch me on the internet role playing as a dog. That's kind of my biggest bit. I don't know. I don't know how to introduce myself. This is crazy. What about you?
I'm Dingy. I don't know how to introduce myself either.
How
Because
about
I
we
don't.
introduce each other?
Oh, okay. Now that's interesting. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Let's do
Okay.
that. I'll start. I'll introduce you. This is Niggy, who might be the funniest person I've ever met in my life. It's his genuine truth. We met 2.5 years ago at a furry convention and have been besties ever since. And there are few people in this world that have almost gotten me into real world trouble because of how hard I've laughed. But if anyone's going to do it, it's Dingy. Guaranteed to put me on a no-fly list at some point because we can't be in the same airport as each other. That's the kind of vibe that you bring to the function.
I'm glad I can do that for you.
I love the implication of terrorist vibe.
I feel like I need to clarify. No real terrorism here. It's just a bit, you know? It's just
It's a bit. It's a bit.
it's like the time I flew to Las Vegas and y'all were picking me up and
Oh
I
my
really
God.
needed to get my suitcase because it wasn't coming out. And then I thought I would just start yelling something about having a bomb. And then people would, really pay
You were on
attention
the
to me there.
fucking phone with me, and I was actually
Yeah.
having a meltdown. I was losing my mind because I'm like, "There's no way people aren't hearing you right now."
That was also when I flew with the $50,000 of fake cash to Las Vegas.
Yeah, when you came in wearing this like cream,
I was dressed like
suit.
Doug Dimmadome. Yeah.
It was incredible. You threw the money in, dove into the car. I want to make that very clear. You did not open the door and step in. You dove into the vehicle.
And I'm a big man. Imagine me diving into a car. That's crazy.
Just, you dove in, looked at the driver. I'm not going to disclose who it was just in case, but you just say fucking drive. And I'm like, let's fucking go, bitch. And it was hype. It was one of the cooler moments in my life. Also, Vegas is just a city where things like that can happen, and I love it for it.
Let me introduce you now.
Oh, fuck.
This is Kez. What topic do you want to go into? Just kidding. Let me do a real one for you.
That was so good.
This is Kez, extremely talented musician and overall just wholesome, fun, genuinely good spirit. I think one of the only people I've ever met, aside from I think maybe one other person, that is just like identical to me mentally. Well, see, here's the thing. I was expecting like this is Dingy. He doesn't really do anything. I was expecting like you just hit me with the compliments, so I'm hitting you back with the compliments. This is like domestic violence with compliments.
We're gonna have to file police reports with how nice we're being to each other because we're terrorists.
Because we're the love terrorists. We're the mutual respect terrorist group.
Hey, I heard there was a debate last night.
Okay, yeah, you want to just dive into that?
I mean, if we're gonna be a comedy podcast, we have to talk about the funniest thing that's ever fucking happened, the downfall.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want to talk about the debate, if I'm being so real. I have zero interest.
I just can't believe that they just debated all over the place like that.
I can't believe they kissed at the end. I was not expecting it.
Dude, when Biden pulled out a gun and started threatening the CNN people, that was crazy.
Yeah, because he was yelling what seemed like it was at Trump. He was facing nowhere near him. These poor CNN moderators are just like, Mr. President, you have to stop aiming that that Glock at us. We're innocent civilians. And Joseph Robinette Biden III looks them dead in the eyes and is like, said something no one could tell because I don't think anyone can understand what that man's saying much anymore. But yeah, I'm glad that, Donald was able to diffuse with a passionate little peck on the lips.
I can't believe that it came out that Glock was actually a sponsor for that debate, because like you said, they did say, Mr. Biden, stop pointing that Glock at us. And then they started getting really specific. They're like, stop pointing that G18 at us with a polycarbonate slide and tremendous accuracy. That was insane. They were like, if we were, 500 yards away, you could hit us no problem, Mr. Biden. So please, if you would stop pointing the gun in our general vicinity, it's so accurate and you could hit us so good with it.
I didn't think anything of that until the little thing popped in the corner of the screen that said sponsored segment. And I was like, this is a crazy time to try and pull up a sponsor. But now that you're mentioning the emphasis on detail regarding that Glock, a fine weapon to be sure.
A really nice gun that is very, very lightweight, very transportable, very accurate.
Yeah, and that's why we here at Hey Guys, This Is Anything are so glad to thank the newest sponsor of this show,
Glock.
That bit sucks. Anyway.
What do you think people would do if, our first sponsorship was a gun company?
Straight up a fucking weapon manufacturer. We get fucking Northrop Grumman as our first fucking sponsor.
We should just get a bunch of big sort of military complex companies. We got Lockheed on lock.
All the defense contractors, baby.
We got all the defense contractors. That'd be crazy. I think we would definitely not gain a portion of our audience. I was going to say lose, but we haven't built an audience yet.
We would lose
I think we would.
The ones we were expecting to vibe with it, they would immediately be like, actually, this really fucking sucks.
Actually, I thought it was funny until I realized that they were genuinely getting paid off by military defense contractors.
It's funny to do these bits in real time because you realize so quickly how bad they are. It's so good. And at that point, you're just like, I have to either commit and finish this out and see it through and not be a coward, or I need to bail and pivot. And I'm kind of in bail and pivot mode.
Trump and Biden did kiss, just so we're clear.
Yeah, that part was not a bit. I don't know if it actually got televised. I just read
There's a split second blackout frame. I don't know if you caught that, but that's when they kissed, a little peck on the lips with tongue.
Yeah, because they were trying to cut the footage with the Glock because it was just too much, and then right as they were going to kiss was, when they cut the broadcast, which I found it interesting that nobody talked about that part. I mean, it seems like everyone else is just focusing on the rest of the debate, but I'm like, that seemed like a pretty integral part of it.
Pretty major. It really set the tone considering it was immediately right off the bat.
Can you believe there's going to be more debates? How do you one up that?
I don't know. Maybe with a hot, passionate date night.
They should do Family Feud style debate.
Okay. Yeah. Turn it into a game show because it pretty much is already.
And you have Steve Harvey there, right? Steve Harvey is the moderator for this debate. And it literally is just whatever that initial round is that they have one person from each team, but in this case it's just the two candidates. Yeah. And they have to buzz in. Actually, no, is this anything?
I don't think so. Not as it sits right now. When you said Steve Harvey, all I could think of is either Trump or Biden saying something unhinged, and then Steve Harvey doing that thing where he looks into the camera like he saw a ghost.
Okay, there's something. The face? So yeah, there's something. So they could just have Steve Harvey there and just
Okay, hold on.
hand
This
to
is
him
something.
and just have the Steve Harvey face reactions every time one of them says something. No, you put him imposed in like a corner of the screen. He's constantly being filmed, and you just get
He's
his,
on a green screen, so it's just like his body.
yes, you get his so you have like an ASL translator on one side in the corner, and then you have
And
Steve
a
Harvey
Steve Harvey
in
on the other side.
who you don't even need to have the sound on. You can just gauge what's being said by his reaction. Is that anything?
Can I get the whole presidential debate and then I'll just cut a little video together where I just kind of throw his reactions in the corner?
Can you
of
do a
it?
super cut of the debate, but it's just the in between breaths?
That'd be really good.
It'd be very funny.
Honestly, be more watchable. Hey, can I be really honest with you for a second?
So can.
I didn't watch the debate.
You did or didn't?
I didn't watch
either.
it.
I watched like I watched about a minute 30 of it, and then was just like, yeah, I don't know what I expected when I clicked into this, and just stopped watching because I'm like, this is just gonna make me mad. So instead, I'm sure I did some. Oh no! Instead, I started tweeting from our Blue Sky account.
Yeah, we're on Blue Sky, by the way. We are now.
Blue Sky. Listen, I'm gonna be very transparent here. A lot of the times, I kind of post, and I don't field these posts before they go up. They are just stream of consciousness. They're pretty
If you
rough.
think about it, that's this show, so it kind of works out.
That is true. But yeah, if you guys want to follow us on Blue Sky, it's heyguysisthisanything.com.
Yeah, and related to that, we made big moves this last week in getting all our shit together.
Oh my god,
Because
we did.
Episode 0, we fully did just record that podcast and then have nothing. And then you accidentally put it out. We were going to save a couple up so we can kind of release them so we have a buffer. But then that first one just slipped out, so we went into go mode.
Yeah, I went to schedule it, and it was like, yes, the schedule for, I think this coming Monday was when I wanted it to release. And then I was like, cool. And then messed with a bunch of other settings, which either means I didn't save the schedule or it just didn't work. Either way, next thing I know, it's on Spotify. I'm like, well, whatever. I guess we're here now. And so, yeah, we've got a internet presence now. Yay.
Yay. So we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Blue Sky. We're on YouTube. Did I say that one?
YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we also have a website.
Yeah, Dingy is also doing the YouTube cuts for.
Yeah, and if there's anything that you hear that you want to see, it might be in the video.
It might be.
I put some of the images that we were talking about into the video portion.
The video portion is so much more fun. I'm going to be so real. I would recommend watching it on the YouTube because it does really add to it. I've listened to the episode 0 like 3 times now, and the one that I watched on YouTube was way funnier. Very good.
When you have the context of the stuff we're sending back and forth on Discord, it kind of, a lot more things start to make sense. Except for the hand grenade part. That one still doesn't really make sense.
That just is, it's huge though. It's so good.
Do you want to do one of the topics?
Let's do that. But yeah, you were also saying we have a website. heyguysisthisanything.com. You can check us out. There's nothing on there.
No, and some of the links are kind of broken, I've discovered.
Wait, which ones are broken?
The ones that are supposed to bring you to the various podcast sites just kind of bring you to the main websites.
Do they really?
I think this is the perfect time to troubleshoot the website while we're in the middle of a recording.
No.
So if you scroll all the way to the bottom where it says where to listen,
you're
then
so
click
right.
on Spotify.
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. You're so right. Why does it
It's
do
really good.
that?
Also, there was another when you click listen now, that just brings us to a broken page.
Wait, no, that brings us to the Spotify. Wait, What happened?
Which listen now are you? There's multiple listen nows. Hold on.
Okay, listen.
We're gonna have to circle back later.
This episode is hard pivoted into Kez does not know how to use Squarespace, which is so real. It's so true.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Which is why we're happy to have them as a sponsor for episode 1.
That would be the dream. Honestly, I'm gonna put the feelers out anyway and see if they're funny. If they're funny, they'll do it. They'll appreciate the bit.
Yeah.
That's so
if
the
the
ball's in your
feelers are
court,
funny.
Squarespace. If you think you're funny, then sponsor us.
Yeah. If you think you can tell a joke, Squarespace, hit us up.
Yeah. That's it.
We will not take a serious sponsor. BetterHelp, get out of here.
Oh my God. I want them to reach out so we can tell them to use their own service and get the fuck over it. Because no, absolutely not. Who else do we hate? I
think that's all of them.
I was going to say, I don't have anyone else.
I have a Squarespace site personally also, so I don't really hate them. I don't like the amount of money that I pay, but, what can you do?
I use Squarespace. We got to stop. They're not paying us.
Yeah, we might genuinely just have to cut that little section out.
Yeah, sorry. Unnamed web hosting platform.
Yeah. And we're back. Did you want to do a topic?
I'm so down. What?
Okay.
Which
one of these sticks out to you? Yeah. Which one of these sticks out to you? You didn't put yours in, but that's okay. We can talk about my shit.
You reminded me last night while I was still so normal and not absolutely
perfectly normal,
zoinked out of my mind.
Yeah, perfectly normal.
I have so many questions. Okay, the one that I would really like to address is flight attendant hand holding. I have no context. The rest of them, I feel like I can kind of gauge what they could be about. Flight attendant hand holding genuinely means nothing to me. I would like you to explain that, please.
Okay. So for like my real job, I say that like I have another job. For my job, I travel a lot for work. Like about half the time I'm flying somewhere. And I noticed that maybe it's because we're at high altitude and there's like just less oxygen, so my brain doesn't work as good. Or maybe it's because like I'm always tired or just kind of like out of it because I usually just try to sleep on flights or do other things to pass the time. But I'm so bad at judging depth perception on an airplane. It's kind of ridiculous. So, and this is usually not an issue because usually I don't interact with anyone, so it's not a problem. And I'm just kind of trapped in my little cubby of a seat, But there are a few key moments during a flight where you do have to interact with another person if you're not sleeping. And usually that's when flight attendants come by to like hand out either snacks or drinks or like food. And so I've noticed that on the last several flights that I've taken, when someone hands me, if they hand you a tray, no problem. I can grab the other end of the tray. There's like a good couple of inches between my hand and their hand. But when they're handing me a little bag of pretzels, I probably 9 times out of 10 will grab their hand on accident. Because like they'll do the thing where they hold it with like 2 fingers and then I'll reach up like an infant child that doesn't have any like motor skills and I'll just like grab the whole bag and the tips of their fingers.
That's fucking amazing.
And usually I can handle myself well enough to like kind of slide my hand back while I'm taking the peanuts so it's like not as weird. But there have been times when like I grabbed their hand a little too much and which made their fingers pinch onto the bag more. And then I kind of had to like yoink it out of their hand to get them to release. And if that happened one time, that would be funny. This happens a lot and it's a problem and I hate it so much.
We need to fly together.
We really do. I dread when the peanuts come around. Because I know I'm going to fumble that like one of 3 social interactions I have on a plane. And that's not a good hit rate.
You need to start like bringing your own snacks before a flight
Yeah.
and just bypassing that interaction entirely. The fucking mental image of you just gripping someone's hand for just a monicum of time too long.
It's because like there's a period of time where that's acceptable. It's like, oh, that's okay. It's dark, whatever, probably didn't see. There's then a very short period of time between this person has a problem and this person's just really strange. And I always land right in the this is really strange sort of category. It's just like, it's just a fraction of a second too long. It's like when you're shaking hands with someone and you get the good, you feel that good amount of shake hands, or it's like, cool, we can both release now. And they hold just a little longer. And you're like, this person wants something. Yeah.
If I may offer...
Tongs? Should I bring tongs on my flight to just grab it with the tongs? Can I fly with tongs?
I don't know if you can even get those through TSA. If I'm being so honest with you, I don't know.
Next flight I take, I'm going to bring some tongs carry on with me, and we'll see kind of how that goes.
That's a fun experiment, especially immediately after our conversation about the no-fly list. Very, very good segue there.
It's not a weapon, is it?
I mean, it depends on what the Department of Homeland Security would deem a weapon.
I guess so. What were you going to suggest?
Oh, yeah. I have a solution to your plight if you're open to hearing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously, when you phrase it as your depth perception is what puts you in this situation, I would argue that it may be more appropriate to lean into it more. Go for the full forearm to forearm grip.
Oh, so it's like a Roman sort of handshake, like, brother! Yes. And then we slap arms together.
You slap arms with the flight attendant. You give it a very sturdy little shake, just as an acknowledgement that you meant to do it, and then
give them a strong head nod.
Yes. And
be
then
like,
slide
brother,
your hand back and grab.
Thank you for the nourishment.
Yeah, you grab the peanuts on your way out. Therefore, it's now intentional. It's a memorable interaction, and it's something that I can promise you nobody has ever done to that flight attendant in her 37 years on the force. Not a single person has ever fucking grabbed her entire forearm.
That's pretty good. I like overcommitting, because then instead of it being an accident, a little embarrassing oopsie, it's fully just, I'm just kind of goofy.
It's just confidence at that point.
Do I have to dress up like a Roman at least a little bit for that?
That is the one real big caveat. And there aren't any others, because obviously that's an infallible plan. But there is one portion of it where you do have to commit so heavily to the wardrobe, which, if you have room in your carry-on, not a huge deal. Or if you care about traveling, in half-plate armor, it's up to you.
It might be, there's one sort of issue that I think might be a little problem with it. I don't think I can bring a spear in as carry-on. That one might be tough. And also the big shield that Roman soldiers have. That might also be a problem.
Okay.
And a sword.
I see your point there. Damn, that really does dissolve the entire plan.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could pull any of it off.
Yeah, I could go without the weapons, but that's not a true Roman soldier, is it?
Nope. The whole spirit of it's gone. And then at that point, they know you're a phony.
Yeah.
And then they will literally have you stand up, and they'll say, haha, everyone look at this man.
They'll actually bring me to the front of the plane, and the pilot will actually come out. One of the pilots will come out and belittle me in front of everyone over the intercom.
And everyone will point, and everyone will laugh, and everyone will clap, and you'll just be a sad little silly man, and they're going to be like, as punishment, you have to land the plane. And you're going to say, but Mr. Captain Pilot Man, I don't know how to land
But that's the hard part,
Boeing 757.
Sir. I don't know. I've played a lot of flight sim. I bet I could do it.
And that's when you say, hey, I don't need to land it. I have a way to get us all out of here. And you open the emergency exit.
The emergency exit and ride the slide all the way down to Earth.
Could you imagine if it went that far?
There's 38. That's why airplanes are so heavy and so expensive to fly on. It's because they have 38,000 feet of slide on the airplane.
Oh my fucking god.
That'd be pretty choice. That's why they don't want you to open it on the ground necessarily, unless it's a real emergency. Because getting that slide wound back up, whew.
It's genuinely a hazard to life and limb, because if you unroll that fucking slide on the ground, it's going to slam straight into the side of the airport, and it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for in an emergency. You can't have it stopping for anything. So it will not stop under any circumstances.
I'm so glad though. I'm glad that they switched to the 38,000 foot slides versus what they had before, which was 38,000 feet of gym class rope.
Yeah,
Where,
just kind of dangling.
Yeah,
if you couldn't do the rope climb, you're screwed.
Well, it's not even like you don't have to hold yourself up per se. You just have to keep holding the rope, but that's real hard to do with the friction of going down 38,000 feet at terminal velocity.
At terminal velocity, yeah, that is problematic.
I mean, it saved a lot of people's lives. They all lost their hands, though.
Yeah. Can we take a really quick sojourn to what I'm going to call the Dingy Got a Message corner?
Oh, let's go.
Because I just got a message. I'm not going to say who it was from, and there is context behind this, but seeing it out of context pop up is very good to me. Mm-hmm. All it says is pride was a waste of time.
What?
Which I think is a pretty powerful statement to make just in general. I'm sure it was like a pride event that wasn't very good. But just saying pride was a waste of time pop up in the corner really made me feel good about myself during the month of June.
Me second guessing all of the deadly sins. Like, was this
Wait,
really
is pride
important?
a sin?
It's one of them.
Hold on, 7 deadly sins.
It's pride, gluttony.
We got where did it go?
Wild that I don't just
pride,
off the top of my head.
Greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. Damn, yo, I've done most of these today. I'm fucked.
That's where I'm at.
I'm screwed.
So you're saying fun is outlawed?
Yeah, so you're saying being myself is completely outlawed.
I mean,
yeah, I ate half a pizza this morning. I made it yesterday. Of course I'm going to eat it first thing in the morning.
So life is too short.
Did I feel bad after I ate half a pizza this morning? Yeah. That's why I went and laid down on the couch and like slept for 3 hours right after waking up.
I want to also like real quickly just segue into a little segment that I like to call I did an edit on the last episode that I'm now noticing that's funny, and I want to tell you. That's the whole title.
Okay. This one's going to be a really constant, consistent, reoccurring topic.
Yeah, it's totally going to happen again with the exact same name. So last episode let me zoom in to this timestamp. If anyone wants to go listen to episode 0 and go to 57 minutes and 5 seconds, apparently there's something that sounds like a fart, and I thought it was funny enough to flag it as a marker in my digital audio workstation as fart LMAO.
It's probably my chair. My chair's... This is a real problem for an audio podcast. For the audio listeners, anyway.
Yeah.
Is my chair is so squeaky.
Here's
like I have to try it so hard to sit perfectly still.
I can't hear it over Discord, but it's probably because the audio suppression's working. Like my chair also is unbelievably loud. But
in the raw recording, I'm not going through like RTX voice or anything into there. That's just like my raw audio, which by the way, if you want me to do the noise suppression before it goes into the Audacity file, we can do that.
Oh no, I have it like completely set up now that if you send me the audio as close to as what you sent me last time, it's going to just automatically apply the same everything I did on the last episode.
That's
so,
tremendous.
Yeah, we're fine.
Perfect.
I do audio engineering.
What are you, some sort of engineer?
I don't like to say I'm an audio engineer because I didn't do any learning on how to do it. I just kind of figured it out. So I feel like it's kind of fraudulent to say I'm an audio engineer.
I think with a lot of things, not like the real critical stuff, but like with a lot of things, you can just kind of figure it out. That's something that people don't really tell you. You don't have to go to school for that. You can just kind of figure it out.
Straight
like
up.
Photography. I did photography a decent amount when I was in college.
Photography.
And like I just kind of bought a camera and learned how to do it.
You can do photography, art's a big one, coding, being a surgeon, a pilot. For a plane. Yeah, you don't need to go to school for any of those. You know what? YouTube exists. You know what? Okay, all jokes aside, genuinely, I would love to try and like take the bar after using nothing but YouTube resources to see if you could, in theory, get a law school graduate education through YouTube. I think that'd be a really funny bit. But the issue is very few places will allow you to take the bar without having gone to law school. So I need to figure that out. But I do think it's a funny bit.
I'm going to watch a lot of Legal Eagle and Lockpicking Lawyer.
I mean, I already have. I'm sure that's where the idea came from.
Yeah.
But
we can do it at this point. We got it locked.
If
like
I was
the
going to
Lockpicking
go
Lawyer.
back to school for any one thing, it would be law. But also, schools sucks. Drop out. If you're listening to this, drop out of school.
If you're listening, drop out. Stop. Quit what you're doing.
Just quit.
Don't follow your dreams. Just quit.
Or follow your dreams, but just don't pay a school. Become a pilot.
Yeah.
Steal a plane.
Or just kind of like, don't pay for the school, but still get the schooling. Because I think most professors will not notice if there's another student in there. Most professors are pretty chill. If you're just like, hey, I just want to kind of sit in on these classes because I think what you have to say is very interesting. I think they'll love that.
If somebody
just
came
let
up
you
to me
sit around.
and I was a professor and they said that, I'd be like, absolutely. Like, hop on in.
Here's the problem, though. I think you and I are pretty similar in this aspect. If I was in that situation and someone just came up to me and was like, hey, I don't want to pay for this shit, I'd be like, yeah, fuck those guys. Absolutely. You can chill right here.
Yeah, and then eventually
I think we would both have that same reaction.
Because nobody who was in any of our courses would be paying.
Like, it's really interesting that you always have full classrooms, but we only see 7 or 8 students in here officially. I'm like, yeah, well, get some better professors, I guess.
We can't do anything for real. We gotta be funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of being funny, I would like to point out one more of your little topics here that I feel like I do kind of have an idea where this is going, but I would love to get some elaboration on belt loop blowout, please.
I am constantly blowing out belt loops specifically. So, and I actually did make a post about this on Blue Sky. It's what prompted me to make this a topic. Rip my belt loops is the new snap my choker.
Oh, on our Blue Sky.
I hate that. Yeah, on the hey guys, is this anything?
That shit was so funny. It's so good.
Yeah, I have a real knack. So my whole family has a knack for just kind of ripping clothing in general, but mostly pants.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. We're like generally just very tall people. And I guess, I don't know. We just kind of rip pants frequently. And for me, I've like absolutely blown out the crotch of my pants a couple times. One time I was so excited to go hang out with some people that I was running towards their car with some jeans on, and then I like Mario jumped, like fist in the air, leg in the air. And then I just split one side of my pants wide open. And then I quickly got in their car and I was like, just go. No one's going to notice. And they're like, we haven't left yet. You can just go change your pants. And I was like, no, just go. But yeah, so I'm constantly ruining my pairs of pants. I'll like, when I pull up my pants, because, maybe they'll like slip down or whatever, I'll just grab them by the belt loops because that's the best place to grab them to kind of like hike them up a little bit. And that usually works for a while when my pants are new. But constantly grabbing on belt loops, it turns out that they're not for that. So they'll kind of like weaken, and then I can start to detect when they get kind of like loose and soft, and like the connection isn't as sturdy as it previously was. And at some point, I'll just like, give them a good yoink to pull them up a little bit. And one side will always just kind of like explode off of my pants. And when that happens, if anyone's watching, they'll see the most defeated look on my face. Because I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. And then I don't really know how to handle myself after that point. There's like me pre-belt loop blowout, and then there's me post-belt loop blowout. And me post-belt loop blowout is so incredibly conscious of like the fact that I have a belt on my body, because now like part of my pants isn't being supported by the belt anymore. So this is the strat I've kind of employed, because it looks so weird to have just like this little piece of fabric flapping around in the wind, that I'll tuck that underneath the belt so it just looks like there isn't a belt loop there.
Damn.
Which like doesn't help with anything, but yeah, I have a problem. I need to stop destroying my clothing.
I don't think this is talked about enough. I don't think people appreciate, how fragile clothing can be.
The plight of the blowout.
That's such a wild sentence without context.
Is that the title of this episode? The plight of the blowout.
That's so good, actually. Yes. Oh my fucking God. Because that works for so many of the bits we've talked about this episode.
Yeah, we've been blown out pretty frequently.
Just this whole like first starting few runs is just blowout after blowout.
Just one big blowout. Oh, poll results are in. Whoops. Okay.
Oh no, those polls. I didn't vote.
And that's why it's important to vote, Kez.
I so hope you've transposed this into the fucking video. This fucking poll. Oh, this is exactly why you vote. This is gonna be November if you don't. Oh shit, that's so funny. I forgot about the poll entirely. Next week.
You good?
Yeah, I'm great. Just kind of gonna gloss past that one. Next week, you're traveling a little bit, I've heard.
I'm traveling, not for work this time.
Yeah, you're traveling for
I'm going for fun. I'm going to Pittsburgh for fun. AC, baby, Anthrocon. One of the largest conventions on Earth. Furry conventions on Earth.
Which I remind you, we shoot the podcast on Saturdays.
Which is why this is the beauty of modern technology. I'll be coming at you live from the con floor at Anthrocon.
100%.
How does that sound?
Live with just great audio. There's no way in hell we recorded early. So that way
it's going to sound so crisp. It's going to sound like we did record early, but rest assured we did not.
Yeah, no, 100%, not a bit on the floor. Guerrilla journalism
I'll be asking some hard hitting questions, some of your favorite furry faces, some of the hardest hitting questions I can think of. Because this is real journalism, damn it.
We're totally gonna have those furries. Yep. They're gonna be answering all of the burning questions that we have. We're 100% not gonna record it right after this, so I'm really excited.
There might be an expose on a certain someone that you may know, so just be aware of that.
So all that to say, get excited, because it's gonna be so great to be able to hear about all the things that are 100% happening in real time at the con. And you'll hear that episode the Monday after the convention, which is a crazy turnaround. But hey, that's the benefit of doing it live.
Because you don't have to edit when it's live.
That's true. You don't. You don't have to. So I think we're We're getting pretty late on the recording, so let's go ahead and let's chat about things we got going on. Chat about again, just kind of plug in our shit. If you go to the website and something doesn't work, cry about it.
Yeah.
Just
We won't take feedback.
we are not soliciting your ideas or your.
Actually, there will be a feedback form, but what it does is it goes to a printer that prints it out that prints directly into a shredder. So
And we fucking set it up that it prints to like this Office Max in Jericho, Michigan.
yeah.
And they get all of your fucking questions, comments, and concerns, and they will never understand where they come from.
They can't disconnect the printer because I locked it. I put a lock on it.
Incredible. Oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, the website, it's under construction. Also, we just started this a week ago. Give us some grace. If you're listening to this way far in the future, I can almost promise you the website's not better now. It's probably in the same state it was when we recorded it.
Yeah.
We're really
That's almost a guarantee.
we're really good at this. But yeah, I think that's all I've got. What do you got going on?
What do I got going on? YouTube's up. Currently am restricted on many things there because they need verification.
That's
So-
so wild.
Currently waiting to either hear back or just get confirmed on that. But the first episode 0 of the pod is up there. And this one will follow shortly after, hopefully at the same time it releases everywhere else. Other than that, do you want to hear some Is This Anythings?
I would love to hear some Is This Anythings, and I would love to share some with you. I feel like it's a good time for us to run those lingering bits.
Run the numbers.
Yeah, run the numbers.
Yeah, run
that
the
have been
bits.
just bouncing around in our heads for a bit. So I'll let you kick it
I guess
off.
you could say we're chomping at the bit. Why wasn't that the name of our podcast? That one was good.
Is it taken?
Anyway.
Okay, no, I have to look.
We're not changing the name of our podcast.
I know, but I have to know. Chomp. How do you chomping at the bit podcast? There's a podcast called Chomping at the Bits.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
Cool. I feel a lot better.
Jock and Saw. It's like Shock and Awe, but for jokes that cut wood. Is that anything?
No, I don't think that's anything.
Okay.
Rubber ducks, but instead of being made of rubber, they're made of Teflon, so you can cook stuff with them. Is this anything?
I don't think that's anything.
Shit.
Dareport, anti-drug program for pilots.
You know what? I think that is something given the theme of this episode and where we've gone to.
This is
I do think
episode 1, the one about pilots.
the one about pilots where they apparently are on drugs with all the shit that we've been saying that they do. But that being said, I think that's a good one to discuss on the next episode of, hey guys, is this anything?
Is this anything?
Is this anything? I don't know. It probably isn't.
Were we doing it in unison?
Let's
At the
let's
end?
do it on 3. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. I need to establish this ahead of time. When I say on 3,
It's after 3 because it can't be on 3. Okay.
all right. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys.
Hey guys, is this anything?
Oh, it's fine. It's good enough. It's cringe. All right. Bye.
Episode 1 in the books.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the first official episode of Hey Guys, Is This Anything? Released today, July 1st, 2024. And if you haven't noticed already, there was actually an episode 0. If you haven't listened to that yet, you can go take a listen. That released just a little over a week ago as a little secret. And thank you again for your support. And you can check us out on the web everywhere. Hey guys, is this anything? Yeah, take care. We'll catch you next week.